Now I will demonstrate the process of adding a teacher. A teacher may be entered from the attendance detail page. On this page, simply click the Teachers tab to the left. This will take you to the page where you can enter an Illinois teacher. Entering a teacher is a two-step process: entering a teaching session and then assigning a teacher to that session. To begin, click on the plus sign next to Add New Record under Teaching Sessions. This will take you to the page where you can add a teaching session. The first question asked on this page is this a PR teaching session? By default, the radial button will always be marked to no. However, if this is a professional responsibility session, you must switch the button to yes. We will run through how to enter both types of sessions. Regular non-PR teaching session. If the session you are entering has no PR credit attached to it, you can continue down the page filling in the required fields. Session name. If you're trying to think of what to name your session, we suggest following your timed agenda. It may be helpful to match the session name listed on the timed agenda to the teaching session you input into PCAM. If your course doesn't have multiple sessions, you may use the title of the course as the session name. Session type. This box is asking how many people taught this session. If there was only one teacher, you can leave it as individual teacher, and the number of teachers field will default to 1. If there were multiple teachers, you may click on the down arrow and select Panel. Number of teachers. In this example, we have selected Panel for our session type. When choosing Panel, you will need to manually enter the number of teachers for the session. It's important to type in the total number of speakers for a session, even if the panel is made up of non-attorneys or attorneys from other states. This information is needed in order to complete the teaching credit calculations correctly. Duration of session in minutes. This is where you can enter the number of minutes the session lasted. When you have finished entering the above information, click the Save button at the bottom of the screen. Now we will show you how to add a teaching session with professional responsibility credit. To begin, click the plus sign next to Add New Record. Because this session has PR credit, you will want to toggle the radial button to Yes. By doing this, the fields below will auto-populate based on what you entered when you first requested PR credit in the application. Once the teaching session information has been entered, click Save at the bottom of the screen. After hitting Save, PCAM will return to the attendance detail page, and you may add a teacher for the sessions you just created. This process starts by clicking the plus button next to Add New Record under the Teachers heading. This is where you can input the teacher's ARDC number. Once the ARDC number is entered into the box, click the Retrieve Attorney button. Clicking Retrieve Attorney will load in the attorney's information. After a visual verification of the populated name, hit Save at the bottom of the screen. Now that the teacher has been saved, you may assign them a teaching session. This can be done by clicking the plus icon next to Assign Teaching Session. A pop-up box will appear that says, Choose a teaching session to add for this teacher. Select the specific teaching session from the drop-down menu and hit Save. Hitting the Save button will return you to the Edit Teacher page. This is where you will do a final review of all information entered. If everything is correct, you can go ahead and hit the Submit button at the bottom of the page. When you are finished submitting the entry, PCAM will take you back to the attendance detail page. You will now see the teacher has been successfully submitted and the total teaching credit has been calculated.